All right, elimination is another way that you can solve a system of equations. So I've shown you guys how you can solve a system of equations by graphing. I've shown you how you can solve a system of equations from using substitution. And now I'm going to show you how to using elimination. And again, I apologize, my tablet isn't working, so I had to pre-type all the answers, and I'm going to try to write with my mouse. So I apologize if it doesn't work. So again, I want to solve the system 3x minus 4y equals 10. And x plus 4y equals -2 using elimination. And what I mean by elimination is looking at this problem right now, like I can't solve these because I have two variables in here. However, if I eliminate one of the variables, leaving only one variable, then I can solve the system. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to eliminate a variable, okay? All right, so here is the same problem, 3x minus 4y equals 10 and x plus 4y equals -2. What I can do here is I can look at this minus 4y and the plus 4y. And so if I'm looking at this particular problem, and I'm going to add them together, okay? And so, keep this going. So I've got 3x plus x, which is 4x, but I have this -4y plus 4y. They cancel each other out, so I'm just going to cross through them. And then I have 10 plus -2, which is 8. Excuse me. So dividing both sides by 4 leaves me with x is equal to 2. Now, because I know that x is 2, I can come back in here to my original system, and I can plug in, and I'm going to use this one right here, where I'm going to plug 2 in for x. So that's what I did right here. So I have 2 plus 4y equals -2. I subtract 2 from both sides, so I have 4y equals -4, so therefore y is equal to -1. And again, if I'm going too fast, remember you can pause your video at any time if you need to work on a problem. So x is 2 and y is -1, so that makes the solution to our system 2, -1. All right, let me show you another example. All right, let's say we have this system. Now, let me go back, sorry. They're not always going to work this nice and easy to where you can just, all right, so they're not always going to work out this nice and easy where you automatically have the -4y and the +4y where they just automatically cancel out, and it doesn't even have to be 4's or y's. I mean, just the opposites that cancel or eliminate. So let me give you an example where they don't. So here we have 2x plus y equals -5, and we have 2x minus 5y equals 13. Looking at this right now, there's nothing that I can just automatically cancel out, okay? However, what I can do is if I look at this problem right here, I'm going to look at this bottom one right here. If I multiply everything in here by a negative, I'm going to change every single part of it here. Then that gives me, just on the bottom, this gives me -2x plus 5y, and that's equal to -13. Now what I can do, and I can cross through, I don't need this one anymore because I've changed it. So now when I look at this problem, I have 2x and I have -2x. Now I can go through and do this elimination of the variable thing, okay? So let me show you where I've done that. I just rewrote it here. So I have my positive and my negative, sorry. And I'm going to cancel out. So my positive 2x and my -2x, they cancel out. I have y plus 5y, which is equal to 6y, and then I have -5 plus -13, which is equal to -18. So therefore, y is equal to -3. So I'm going to solve this by, I'm going to plug it back into this one right here. So y is -3, so 2x plus y, which is -3, equals -5. I subtract -3, or you're essentially, this is a subtraction problem, right? So I'm going to add 3 to both sides. So I get 2x equals -2, therefore x is equal to -1. So we're going to write the answer as a coordinate. So the answer is -1, -3. All right, now let me give you the last one. Excuse me again. All right, so now here we see we don't have any, we have a positive and we have a negative, but they don't have the same numbers. They don't have the same coefficients. And then here we have, they're both positive. So I need to change something here. So let me explain, and this is just different, but if I have x plus 2 equals 3, excuse me, this is the same thing. If I multiply every value in here by 10, so if I have 10x plus 20 equals 30, every value in here doesn't change. What I'm saying is here, x is equal to 1, right? If when I solve this, x plus 1 equals 3, isn't x equal to 1? Well, multiplying every single thing here by the same number, so multiplying this by 10, and this by 10, although it looks like I have different numbers, when I go through and solve this by subtracting 20 from both sides, I end up with 10x equals 10. I still get that x is equal to 1. So what I want you to realize is I can change it, but I can multiply here, but I have to multiply every single number. I can't just multiply one part. I have to multiply the whole thing. And it doesn't change it. It's still proportional in a sense, okay? So that's what I'm going to do here. But I'm going to choose this one right here, and I'm going to multiply everything by 3. So let me just show you. I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to multiply every single thing in here by 3. So when I do that, this becomes, the top row becomes 3x plus, oops, I didn't do it right. I didn't type it right. Let me go back and fix it. So, so this is going to be 3x plus 6y equals 33. And then I have negative 3x plus y equals negative 5. So this ends up being 7y. Y plus y is 7y, and this all canceled out right here. And then 33 minus 5 is 28. That means that y is equal to 4. So now coming down here, y is equal to 4. That means x is equal to 3. My answer, and I'll close all this to show you. So when we go do this, this all cancels out. So 6y plus y is 7y equals 28. Therefore, y is 4. So I'm going to pick, looking at this, I'm going to come back and plug it in. So I'm going to use this one right here to solve for my x value. Again, I could have used either one of them. It doesn't matter. I just picked the top one. So if I plug in 4 for y, x is equal to 2 times 4, which is 11. So x plus 8 is equal to 11, so therefore x is equal to 3. So our answer here is 3, comma, I just wrote 2, don't know why. It's 3, comma 4. For that confusion, that probably totally messed you up. I apologize.